Celebrate Valentine's Day with our Heart Embed soaps. Handmade with love, learn how to create these cute heart embed soaps, fragranced with Love Potion fragrance oil and using WSLS-free Melt and Pour soap base. To make our Valentine's Day Melt and Pour soap, you'll need the following: 1,200 grams of WSLS-free Melt and Pour soap base, isopropyl alcohol, 36 grams of Love Potion fragrance oil from Craftivator, and 9 grams of Zenicolor Solo in Passion. You'll also need a set of digital weighing scales, a large heat-proof jug, a medium heat-proof jug, a spatula, a scraper tool or small sharp kitchen knife, a small measuring cup for your fragrance oil, a small pot for your Zenicolor, a spray bottle for your isopropyl alcohol, a thermometer, a loaf soap mold which holds a minimum of 1,200 grams of soap, a heart embed mold, small bulldog clips, although these are optional, and a microwave to melt your base. Start by chopping the soap base, placing 900 grams into your large jug and 300 grams into your medium jug. Weigh out 9 grams of Zenicolor Passion and 36 grams of Love Potion fragrance oil into separate pots. Melt the 300 grams of soap base on short, 30-second bursts in the microwave until it reaches approximately 65 degrees Celsius. Add the 9 grams of Zenicolor and stir until fully combined. Add 9 grams of Love Potion fragrance oil to the melted soap base and stir until fully combined. Place your heart mold inside a pint glass or something similar so that it's sat at an angle, and prop the length of your loaf mold with a plate or something similar so that it is also sat at an angle. Spray each with a bit of isopropyl alcohol, then pour your soap first into the heart embed, leaving around 1 centimeter at the top, and pour the rest of the soap into the tilted loaf mold. Spritz the top of each with isopropyl alcohol to disperse any bubbles. Leave these to cool for around 1 to 2 hours. Once cooled, carefully unmold your heart embed. Measure the length of your embed against the length of your soap mold. You'll want a snug fit, but not too tight. Cut the embed to size. Using your scraper tool or sharp kitchen knife, trim off any excess around the heart embed. Keep the cut off pieces for later. Now it's time to melt the rest of the soap base. Take your larger jug of 900 grams and slowly heat on short 30 to 60 second bursts in the microwave until it reaches a temperature between 65 and 70 degrees Celsius. Spritz with isopropyl alcohol to disperse any bubbles. Then, add the remaining 27 grams of Love Potion fragrance oil to the base and stir until fully combined. Allow this to cool to around 60 degrees Celsius. We'll be pouring this slightly cooler as we don't want the heated soap to melt the set soap. Now, spritz the red set soap that's in the mold with isopropyl alcohol until it's thoroughly covered with the alcohol. Rub the alcohol into the set soap to activate the glycerin and to help it stick to the next layer. With your loaf mold now sat flat, pour your white melted soap base to around 5 millimeters above the red set soap. Spritz with isopropyl alcohol to disperse any bubbles. Allow to cool until there's a solid skin formed on the top of your soap. The melted soap that's now left in your jug should be around 60 degrees Celsius, so you may need to gently heat it back up in the microwave on short 30-second bursts until it reaches that temperature if it's cooled down too much. Liberally spray the top of the soap in the loaf mold as well as the heart embed with alcohol. Again, rubbing the alcohol into the soap will ensure it's thoroughly covered. Place the heart embed into your loaf mold. It doesn't matter which way you place the heart, but to achieve the look that we have, you will need to place the embed so that the top bumps of the heart are pointing in the same direction as the top of the tilted red layer. Now gently pour the remaining soap in the loaf mold. The heart should stay in place whilst pouring. Spritz with isopropyl alcohol to disperse the bubbles. Now take the last small bits of the embed soap and cut it into small pieces. Gently heat these in 5-second bursts in the microwave as it will melt very quickly. Drip or pour to make a pattern on the top of your loaf. If you pour before the white soap has set, you'll achieve a swirl pattern. Leave to cool for around 4 to 6 hours to allow the loaf to fully harden. Once it's cooled, you can unmold and slice the soap. Your soaps are ready to use right away. We hope you enjoyed this tutorial for Craftivator's Valentine's Day Melt and Pour Soap. For more tips and tutorials, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.